Hey, this is Guy Unger. I'm super excited to break down David Gilmour's solo from Time, the epic Pink Floyd tune. We're going to do the whole solo. We're going to break it all down, talk about the part. If you stick around to the very end, I'm going to show you how to get the tone that I'm using for this particular video and what I use live. So without further ado, let's get to it. So this solo is in F sharp minor. So let's talk about the chords that we're going to do. At least the first section's in F sharp minor. So the chords are F sharp minor to A to E, back to F sharp minor, and then he starts again on F sharp minor. And A, E, sharp minor. Now you can also play smaller triads, F sharp minor, and A, and E, back to F sharp minor. Now this first F sharp minor shape here looks like an open position D minor chord. I've just moved it up to the 5th, 6th, and 7th frets here. So, and that just ends up being part of an F sharp minor. F sharp minor chord, triad or arpeggio. The next thing is my A, which looks like an F chord, open position F chord moved up to the 5th, 6th, and 7th frets as well, because we're in that same position. This chord shape also comes from an A major bar chord, okay? Another one, if you just move this third finger down, flip these two fingers, you're going to end up with an E triad. And if you know your cage system stuff, this is just coming straight from an E major triad shape. It's just the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string parts of that. And then we're back to that F sharp minor chord again. So that's the first half of the rhythm. The second half of the rhythm has a D major 7 chord to an A major 7 chord. All right, and you're going to go back and forth several times, and you go to a C sharp minor, or you can play it like this, C sharp minor 7. This is actually C sharp minor 7. C sharp minor 7, just a different voicing. B minor, and then to E. All right, so the first part of the solo is in F sharp minor. So we use this F sharp minor pentatonic scale that most of us use and know here on the 2nd fret on F sharp. And we're going to go 2nd fret, 5th fret, 2nd fret on the 5th string, 4th fret. On the 4th string, we're going to go 2, 4. On the 3rd string, we're going to go 2, 4. On the 2nd string, we're going to go 2, 5. And then on the 1st string, we're going to go 2, 5. All right, so that's our basic tool for the beginning part. So we starts off with this note on the 4th string, 4th fret. Goes to the 2nd string, 4th fret. release, pull off to the 2nd fret, and then he bends it again. And he's doing a whole step bend on those. So then he plays with that idea again, and then releases it down, and then back to the 4th string with a pinch harmonic. And then he's going to slide up on the 2nd string from the 4th fret to the 6th fret. And then he's going to end up playing the 5th fret on the 2nd string. Hammer on a pull off on the 2nd string from 5 to 7 back to 5. All right, then he goes playing a little dyad, little 2-note chord here on the 2 5th frets on the 1st string and the 2nd string. And he resolves here on the F sharp on the 2nd string, 7th fret. And then he's back to this F sharp minor pentatonic box here. Back to that note, back to the 2nd string again. And then he's going to slide from this note up to this 9th fret on the 3rd string. And he's going to play the 9th fret on the 1st string. And then he's going to bend that note a half step. Then he's going to go to the 2nd string, 10th fret, and bend that a whole step. Back down, 10 to 9. Then he's going to bend the 9 up to the 10. Release, 9th fret on the 3rd string. And then he bends that a whole step, back up to the F sharp. All right, now all of this is kind of based on like an A triad. So, like a sus. And he bends this A up to the B. Really following chord tones here. So that's just, you want a good melodic solo, this is where Gilmour comes in and shines, because no one quite does it like he does. All right, so the next part after this, we're going to move up to an F sharp minor pentatonic box, an octave higher than this lower one. So we're going to start here on the 14th fret. So this is where the scale comes from. So 14 and 17 on the 6th string, and then 14, 16 on the 5th, 14, 16 on the 4th, 14, 16 on the 3rd, 14, 17 on the 2nd, and then 14, 17 on the 1st. All right, so he's going to slide into the 16th fret of the 4th string. 14th fret of the 3rd string is next. 14th fret of the 2nd string is next. Then he's going to go up to the 17th fret and pick that note and bend. So while he's holding that note, he plays the 17th fret on the 1st string, back to the 2nd string and releases it. And then he's going to take that 17th fret and bend it and release it again. He pulls off the 14. And then he plays the 17th fret again. Then he's going to go to the 16th fret, 3rd string. And he bends up to what that C sharp would be there. All right, so plays around with that note a little bit more. And then 16th fret, 3rd string again. He's got the bend and release. Back to the 14th fret. And then we're to the 16th fret on the 4th string to resolve the line. Then we add this really cool. So that part, he goes to the 14th fret of the 2nd string. Then the 17th fret of the 1st string. And brings it down, and then he goes to the 2nd string, 17th fret, bends that up, brings it down, and then he's going to jump way up to the 19th fret on the 1st string, and we're going to be playing part of an E major triad. I'll show you. He goes here first, though. Goes Gets 2 bends and releases it and brings it down. Then we drop down this little D chord shape, but it's an E. So it's the 16th fret, first string, 17th fret, second string, 16th fret, third string, back to the 17th fret, second string. And then he plays that again and bends it up. And then we have a little hammer on and pull off from 17 to 19 back to 17. Then he's going to play the 17th fret again and slide down to the 14th fret. So we got all right, so the next section's in D major. It's where it goes to D major 7 to A major 7, back to D major 7, back to A major 7, back to D major 7 again, and then we have a C sharp minor 7 chord, or this way, same chord. Then we go to B minor, right here, and then we go to E. And that's our progression for the end of the solo there. Now this is the part that I covered in the last David Gilmour video. We're going to go back over this quickly. So he starts here on the 4th string, 4th fret on the F sharp note. Then he goes to the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, A. And then that's going to slide up to the 7th fret, which is D. And then we're on the 2nd string, 7th fret now, which is F sharp. Then we're going to go to the A, which is the 10th fret on the 2nd string here. Slides up to D, or slides up to B, back to the A. So that line is all a D major triad, basically. Except for the B note. From here, he's going to drop down to the 9th fret. So he's going to play 9 to 10. And he slides down to the 5th fret on the 2nd string. Now he's back up to the 7th fret, all on the 2nd string at this point. To 9, then from 9 again. So that's 7, 9, and then 9 again with the bend, a half step. And then we're going to come back to 7 and slide down to 5 and back to 7. And we're going to do the same idea, but on the 5th fret, sliding down to 2, back to 5, back down to 2. So that goes like this. So now the last little part that we're going to do. So we're back in F sharp minor pentatonic down here on the 2nd fret. We're going to start this section on the 3rd string, 4th fret. We're going to bend this a step and a half. So it's going to go from this B note, so it sounds like this D. And then he drops it, bends it again back, but this time only a whole step to C sharp. So back down to B. Just fretting the B note there, 4th fret. Back to the 2nd fret. So. And he slowly releases this to the 2nd fret on the 3rd string. Back to the 4th fret. Back to the A, 2nd fret, 3rd string. And then we're going to be on the 4th string, 4th fret. Sliding up to the 6th fret. 4th fret on the 3rd string, so, and back to the 6th fret, 4th string, sliding back to 4, and we end on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, which is E, which is against the E chord. All right, so that gets us all the way through the solo. It's really tasty. It's a lot of chord tone stuff, some scale stuff mixed in, and he's just a master at making melodic solos using these triads and chord shapes and basic pentatonic scales. So I think it's really worth checking into any of his stuff if you're really looking to make your playing more melodic. Now, like I said, you stuck with me to the end, so I'm going to take some time and break down the tone that I'm using, basically using the Helix LT to get a lot of these. And I'm going to go over the pedals and amps that I'm using in the Helix. And I'm going to show you what they're comparable to, and I'll put up the settings. So one by one, I'll go over these particular parts. We're going to start with the amp. David Gilmour says that he used a high watt amp on this with a high watt 412 cabinet. Alan Parsons, I think I saw where he said he remembered him playing a Fender Twin with the fuzz face, but either way, I'm using the Helix's version of what the high watt is, which is called the Who Watt. All right, it's a Who Watt 100. All right, and here's the settings for that. And that's running into a Who Watt 412 cabinet, and here's a page for that. Now let's talk a little bit about what's going in front of the amp, and we'll kind of go in line. We have the Helix's version of the Crybaby, which is called the Teardrop wah. So we're going to use that. Here's the settings for that. And then that's running into a Bighorn Fuzz, which is the Ram's Head famous fuzz pedal, which is basically the second generation of the Big Muff. All right, and then that's running into their valve driver, which is comparable to the Chandler tube driver. Then we have the Kinky Comp, which is basically their exotic SP comp. That's what's comparable to that. And then the modulation effects go after the amp. Right? So then we have the Ubiquitous Vibe, which is basically their Univibe. Here's the settings for that. Then that's running into their Dynamic Hall reverb. And then last but not least, at the end of the chain, we have a transistor tape, which is basically the Echoplex EP3. All right, thanks so much for tuning in, and I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Please like and subscribe, hit the bell notification to let you know when I have some new videos coming out. Please leave any comments about what we've gone over. If I'm off on some of these pedals or what he used, let's get a good dialogue going in the comments section about what you guys know about some of what Gilmour's using tone-wise, and any of the phrasing that we did in the solo as well. Get your opinions and let me know how it's coming along and if this has been helpful. All right, I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon.